So I ran a Twitter poll not too long ago asking you which iPhone 13 model would you want to get? And a lot of you have chosen the iPhone 13 Pro Max followed by the 13 Pro. I get it, they're the Pro models, they're the better phones. I have the iPhone 12 Pro, it's a great phone. It's just too big and very uncomfortable, which is why I'm trading it in to get the iPhone 13 mini.
This is what drives us to create the best iPhone possible. With industry-leading performance and the world's most advanced camera system, today we are thrilled to introduce our next generation of iPhone. This is iPhone 13.
So many iPhone 13 videos out right now, so many. And I'm gonna make another one. All right, so I'm not gonna do a deep dive into the specs of the iPhone 13 or any of the iPhone 13 models, to be honest. There are other creators that do a far better job than I ever will, but I'm just gonna share my reasons why I wanna trade my iPhone 12 Pro to get the 13 mini. All right, so like I said before, I wanna get the iPhone 13 mini mainly because of its size. Like I think all the other features that are in the new iPhones, I think they're great. But a couple months ago, I bought my wife the iPhone 12 mini, and when I held it in my hand, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels right. This feels really right. So since then, I just knew that I would trade in my iPhone 12 Pro to get the upcoming iPhone 13 mini, which is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I fell victim to the marketing of last year's Apple event when the iPhone 12s came out. Like I remember like after the presentation, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna just film content all the time if I had the iPhone 12 Pro. Boom, pre-order. Well, I've had the iPhone 12 Pro for about a year now, and as much as I love this phone, I think it's a great phone, I kind of regret it because, well, it's too big. It's too big and too uncomfortable. And if you remember, I made a video talking about why I was gonna sell my Sony ZV-1 to get the iPhone 12 Pro, and then a month or so later, realized I made a mistake and bought the ZV-1 again. Yeah, it's fun wasting money. Anyway, I didn't really use the iPhone 12 Pro to create as much content as I thought I would in my head, but I mainly just use my iPhone to do iPhone things like take pictures of my family, check emails, go on social media, things like that. And I have used my iPhone to vlog with, especially in situations where I couldn't really bring my main camera or I forgot to bring my camera. But I don't know if I really consider myself to be a power user in the sense of creating content all the time with a phone. Most of the content that I create is with the Sony a7S III, and there are some times where I did vlog with my iPhone when I didn't have my camera at hand. So I've definitely used this phone a lot to film videos and take photos, and even have like really cool accessories like the Polar Pro Light Chaser kit. Like check this out. Got this really cool case, got the wireless grip, and got an ND filter that you can just snap onto the case. Like, look how badass that is. So in terms of like creating content overall, I think the iPhone 12 Pro is fantastic. But since I use my phone all the time and I carry it with me everywhere I go, I always notice how uncomfortable it is to hold in my hands or even put in my pocket. And I like using cases too. Like I never use my phone naked. Naked. Like I always have to have some sort of case on my phone because I'm very accident prone, and me and gravity, like we don't get along. It's a very And so this is my setup right here. This is my phone in my case, and it's kind of thick, but I really like it because I get to easily attach these accessories whenever I do need to film content with my phone. Like again, like look how cool that is. But I just don't know if I consider myself to be a power user when it comes to creating content on a phone. Like most times I use my phone to run my life, check emails, go on social media, take photos of my family, run certain apps to control my camera gear like my Sony a7S III. Like the vast majority of time, that's what I use my iPhone for. It's just a little bit too big for me. Like already my hand's kind of cramping up. Now the features in the iPhone 13 Pro models are really cool, not gonna lie. Like the ability to shoot in ProRes, like that's pretty awesome. The 120 Hz refresh rate, like that's gonna be really cool, especially like to play games. But I just don't know if I wanna pay more money to get those features. Like they're great features, I think they're awesome, but I just want a smaller phone. What's really cool though is that some features in the Pro models are also in the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13. Features like Deep Fusion, Night Mode, of course, Cinematic Mode. And even though the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13 don't have that third telephoto lens featured on the Pro models, I'm totally okay with it because I barely use the telephoto lens on the iPhone 12 Pro anyway. Like I mainly use the ultra wide lens, and chances are I'll probably use the ultra wide lens on the iPhone 13 mini. Also, what's really cool is that the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13 will adopt the same sensor from the iPhone 12 Pro Max. And so yeah, that should be interesting. I think, I hope, we'll see. But again, the main reason for me is the comfort factor. Like I just want a smaller phone. That's all. Oh, look at that. Looks like Polar Pro has a new light chaser for the iPhone 13. Very cool. Definitely gonna get that. All right, well, that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you think my decision is a good one, or if you're like, no, bro, you should totally get the Pro and Pro Max. In fact, buy me a phone. If you want me to buy you an iPhone, let me know in the comments below. Just kidding, I'm not gonna buy you anything. Anyway, have a great day. Make a sandwich or something. Bye.